I'm smiling.
Hello and welcome. My name is Lisa Marie Graves, host of the Men's Legacy Conference. Thank you for joining us as we discuss leaders prepared for change. Today, my guest is Mike Smith with Edward Jones.
Hello, Lisa. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing quite well.
Well, would you please tell them a little bit about what you do here at Edward Jones?
As you know, Edward Jones is one of the largest financial firms in America. I think we have over 18,000 financial advisors, and we manage almost $1.5 trillion in assets. So we're growing as we're growing. What I do here in Edward Jones is I really work very closely with clients to find out and build a financial profile for them to manage all their wealth needs that they might have. And Edward Jones has many tools at its disposal to help us to be able to do that, whether it's the $5,000 account or the $5 million account. It's just everybody has needs. And so I work with all of those, everything in between.
Nice. And we were actually just discussing about some of the growth in your business, and you've been here for 7 years, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, that's awesome. So tell us about the growth that you've seen.
Well, you know, when I first came here, this was just a great town to build in because, again, if you look at the average income per capita here in this area, it's very high, very good, a good place to grow a business like mine. What I'm seeing is that with all the growth and the types of business come in, I see that businesses are anticipating not a reduction, but at least a continuance of that high net worth. So that means there's going to be more expendable income on growth, and there's going to be a lot more need. So I think we have to plan for the point of, with whatever your business is how are you going to handle and how much do you want to handle of that?
That's true. That's a great point. How much you get to decide.
Yes, the capacity of what you want to grow your business, and everybody's a little different of what they want that to look like. I've got clients who want to keep businesses small. I've got clients who are in the process of building, and as we're building that profile for them, there's just a lot of needs. So we got to figure that out. So with that, the capacity for mine has grown. I've noticed that my average account size of people coming in has grown. So what that tells me is that the more and more people are there and the needs are there. So I think we have to be prepared for the growth here. You can just see it all around us. Businesses coming in, housing coming in. I go to church in Peaster, and almost every ranch that I used to pass by now has houses on it.
Oh, really?
So it doesn't matter west you go, it's just growing. So I think there's going to be capacity for, I don't care what your business is, the capacity is really growing in this area. And I think we have to just plan to be part of it, or we're going to be left out. Yes, you will be left behind.
Yes,
because some people are hungry for it.
Yes, and everywhere you look, there's construction of businesses coming in and opportunities. And when those businesses decide to come to this, or to any area really, they're looking at how many people are in that area, what kind of employees they would potentially have. So, you know, the training ability, there's a lot that goes into a business that's deciding to come to our area. And so seeing the businesses coming, I mean, it's wake up, there is growth. And
I think that's what they're seeing too, because I say, even I've talked to people in the economic development committees and the different things going on. Education is really important here, and Weatherford College is stepping up and giving a lot of training for businesses, for their employees. So it's not just college, it's training, and I think that's a key to this area as business coming in, and they need to find the people to work in those businesses.
Yes.
So there has to be the educational background or opportunity to train them. And I think I see this whole area developing that. And I think businesses have to think about that with all these people coming in. They may going to have in their model, they may have to look at training people into the skill sets that they want. You can't just hire somebody as an air conditioning. It may not just be an installer. You may have to bring them in and teach them to be that. If you really want your business to grow, because there's going to be such a high demand, I think you have to really think about how that's going to impact your business.
Yes, and we also had talked in our what kind of growth you've seen for yourself and your business and your profession.
And I mentioned that just a little bit earlier with us, see it by getting higher net worth, more money coming in. Part of that is the time in the business. We all realize that because it's your referral base and you build up your community. But what I'm seeing is that more people are coming from California, from other places that, they have deeper pockets because they've sold a house for an astronomical amount here. They're buying it for a lot less, and now they have this extra money. Well, they're going to be spending it all over, not just what they're looking at for what they might be able to invest with me, but I see a lot of expendable income for things around here, from the lawn care to the air conditioning to the stores, the food.
I want to bring up the point where you had said in your business what you're seeing and the growth that you're seeing and the higher net worth. And we had talked previously on how you're acquiring those clients. That just didn't happen overnight. This has been years of you investing in networking and making connections with people. And so I want to encourage people that are not comfortable with networking. Relationships are huge. Getting your name out there so that people know your name and that you're the first to come to mind. That's what you've established. That's a huge part of how you have built your business and are continuing to grow it with this growth that's coming in.
I don't introduce myself to people asking them for business.
Right.
I just see what I can do to help them. And I think what you learn to do that, like I said, I used to come into a chamber meeting. Two people know me, and both of them were financial advisors for Edward Jones. So now 60-70%. There's always some because there's a lot of new people in and out, but there's a large number of people, and that's what I'm just trying to get my presence in the community through networking, through opportunities, so that when people think of that, maybe they'll think of me. And I think that's where all of our businesses are. We're going to have to get people to think about you. You're going to build up a base, they're going to refer, but if that, you can really grow and expand your business if you don't think myopically just in your world, but think outside of that. What are the different ways you can get your name out there? And it's fairly inexpensive to do it.
Yeah, there's a time investment, and there's always a cost associated with your time, but it's that consistent effort over a period of time that you really do see that return.
Do you think most people are going to do business with people they feel like is going to be there next year?
Yes, some longevity.
Absolutely. So that's where you keep on getting your name out there, and then all of a sudden they remember you. They remember your truck. They remember something about you. Oh, I talked to that guy. I remember that. And there's where those just take some time. And I think that's where to see this area grow. There's going to be so many new people. We're going to have constantly be able to keep our names out there.
Yes. And that's where I want to encourage you to come to the Men's Legacy Conference. This is a great opportunity to network with business leaders, decision makers in our community, to build those relationships that really happen outside of the conference. It's amazing. I'll hear so many stories of people that have met at the conference or an event that I've hosted, and it's those relationships that are really, really invaluable. So
I would agree.
Yes.
I've met a lot of very fine people there, and I noticed the first year, last year we had probably 50% growth in the number of that were there. And they're good leaders in the community, people in there. So I think people are hungry. And I like the fact you don't have to go to Fort Worth, or I don't have to fly to Boston to get this training. It's right here.
Yes.
It's interesting that the same training I'm getting from this is the same place I have to sometimes travel to.
Yes. Well, how can they find out more about you, Mike?
Of course, our website, Edward Jones. If you go and you search up Edward Jones, I do pop up there pretty high on the. So I have been adding some of the stuff that you told me to do about doing Facebook and LinkedIn and stuff. So we're up there, and then so the website would be that from Edward Jones. And if you plug in Edward Jones or financial advisors, we pop up in there. And also just if you want to look up. Financial advisor Mike Smith, Edward Jones.
Yes, and a real easy way to find Mike is from the Men's Legacy Conference, our partner page. Mike has been a partner from the beginning. He was actually one that I sought counsel with in the very beginning, and then also he was part of some of our committee in deciding who our speakers were this year. So you've been a huge part of the success of the Men's Legacy Conference. So check them out, menslegacyconference.com, and we invite you to join us. It is Friday, October 18th. It's just a half-day event. We have 5 amazing speakers lined up to really educate you and prepare leaders for change. So you can register at menslegacyconference.com. Registration is only $89. Bring a friend, and we look forward to seeing you at the Men's Legacy Conference. Is there anything
I look
you'd like
forward
to
to
add?
seeing you.
Awesome. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.